You can find all of that.
I think maybe it was me. I was descending into the blackout moment. The horizon is an illusion. Frontiers are just circles and squares, baked black in a
The edginess of some contemporary art can make it difficult to attract large audiences. And in the past, many young St. Louis artists felt they had to leave St. Louis to work in cities more accepting of experimental art. But that's changing as opportunities have started to open for young local artists. A program called the Great Rivers Biennial offers two things artists usually lack: money and an opportunity to show their work. This year, a national jury examined the work of 174 artists. 3 were awarded cash prizes of $15,000 and the chance to show their work at the Contemporary Art Museum, St. Louis. The work of each explores the state of art and life in America today. Jason Wallace-Triefenbach's work, Hero Compromised, is a multimedia installation combining performance, sculpture, music, and video. The story of a 21st century Ulysses on a journey to enlightenment in America.
They serve on this pitiful stage is just sawdust painted up like toast.
It's a very fragmented experience for somebody who just comes in here.
Yeah, and I think purposefully so. I don't want to. I want the viewer to have to kind of finish the piece for themselves. There is a string, a strand of logic that goes through it, but I'm more interested in it kind of taking on the feeling of maybe a dream, the way a dream that you have might have an internal logic. It doesn't really make sense in a rational way, but within the dream, these odd occurrences happen, and they feel like they connect together, even if you're not sure why or how.
Matthew Strauss' series, called Dead Language, combines still life painting, photography, and digital manipulation to present images that are compelling and disturbing.
There is something dead and kind of uncomfortable about them, but I think that's part of the idea, and it's just kind of part of my perspective and my vision, is to have something that does not strike you immediately as something you're familiar with, and that's engaging, hopefully. Everything, especially visual things, are really, we're conditioned, they're handed to us, This commercial is trying to get you to do this, and this film means this, and, this is more of a real thing, the world does not present itself that way to me. The world, to me, is very complicated and very mysterious, and if that's the only communication that comes out of seeing this group of paintings, I think that's completely adequate. Futility and smallness are all part of what I'm talking about, We're small. We're small things in a much larger thing, and it's okay not to get it. I don't see it as being a big problem.
They're all distinctive. They're 3 very different artists in practice and medium and what they're trying to explore, but I would say the thread is that they are part of the world they live in. They are working within a dialogue of what their peers are doing. They're exploring, the world around us through themes and media, so I'd say that would ground them.
An artist who goes by the single name of Moses explores American popular culture through sculpture.
This is the ultimate dream vehicle of my generation, I think, and maybe the ultimate nightmare of others, It's what it is. It's a Chevy Trailblazer, 1992 Chevy Trailblazer. That's what it started as. Every single side of this car has been covered with speakers. So this is sort of a macho America, and like a youth-driven sort of vehicle. It's impractical. You can't drive the car. It has no windows, but like it's the ultimate dream, like if you had this car, this would be like the thing everyone would give you respect. No one would you wouldn't pull up next to anybody and they would turn their radio up and try to beat you. I think that the people would just turn it down and be like, all right, man, that's cool, you rock.
Moses creates other sculptures from old consumer electronic equipment.
I got started on this, the idea of using everyday objects, I just felt like you look around all the time and there's all these things and everything's becoming mass-produced and consumer, and I'm sort of, I guess it's like the Gods Must Be Crazy movie, where they drop the Coke bottle and everyone starts worshiping it. I'm part of that tribe, I guess, because I have a real reverence for manufactured objects, things that, like there's so much design. There was art in this work before it ever got to my, to my hands. There are people that designed these, and, I just sort of I look at that and I'm really into the beauty of everyday designed objects, I guess.
Contemporary art can be confusing, particularly if we try to understand it in terms of the art we're used to. But even if at times it makes us uncomfortable, it gives us opportunities to see through the eyes of a new generation trying to make sense of the world.